Welcome to Every New Day, and this is NTV News with a special report. Today, we discuss the charter city known as Prospera. Off the coast of Honduras, on the island of Roatan, a bold experiment is underway. It's called Prospera.
Welcome to Roatan, Honduras, a Caribbean island that looks like paradise on the surface, but is home to one of the boldest and most controversial social experiments in the world. Here you'll find Bitcoin ATMs next to beach clubs, sleek condos beside small fishing villages, and startups operating under a whole different set of rules. This is Prospera, a private city project that some people call the Hong Kong of Central America. Others warn it's a threat to sovereignty, culture, and even the environment. So, is Prospera the future of cities or a risky gamble that could change Honduras forever?
Supporters describe it as a laboratory for innovation, a magnet for investment, and a place where new ideas in governance and business can thrive. Today, we'll explore what makes Prospera unique, its ambitions, and why it has drawn global attention. Prospera was founded under Honduras's ZEDE framework, Zones for Employment and Economic Development. That's what ZEDE stands for. These special zones were designed to create business-friendly environments with more flexible regulations and lower taxes. Prospera chose Roatan as its home, a Caribbean island known for its natural beauty and vibrant culture. Here, developers envisioned a city where entrepreneurs, scientists, and investors could come together to build the future. Prospera's mission is clear: to empower innovators, create jobs, and expand opportunities in Honduras and beyond. It offers fast company registration, access to international arbitration, and regulatory frameworks tailored to emerging industries. Healthcare, fintech, and blockchain companies have already shown interest. The goal? Make Honduras one of the easiest and most attractive places to launch and grow a business.
Legacy systems of governance keep individuals from reaching their full potential. Prospera provides a pro-innovation governance framework, creating the most transparent and efficient business environment in the world. Our system for legal, regulatory, and tax are designed to be an economic supercharger, massively easing business operations and unlocking new opportunities for innovation in industries like finance, medicine, construction, and more. Prospera partners with global leaders in architecture and urban development to build new cities on this platform, creating transformative investment opportunities. Our platform is currently powering the next generation Prospera city on the island of Roatan in Honduras.
On the ground, Prospera is taking shape. Modern offices and residential areas are rising. Medical facilities have opened their doors, including clinics offering advanced therapies. Educational programs and tech-focused events are beginning to attract entrepreneurs from around the world. The project has already created local jobs in construction, services, and hospitality, with the promise of many more as development continues.
But what's it actually like to live inside Prospera? Residents pay a yearly membership fee, about $260 for locals and $1,300 for foreigners. Once you're in, you'll find co-working hubs like Vitalia City, where Honduran entrepreneurs sit side by side with international investors. Cafes and shops where you can pay with Bitcoin or scan a QR code for your morning coffee. High-tech facilities like Circular Factory, where robotic arms build luxury furniture while training local workers. So it's like the best of both worlds. Sleek condos, beach clubs, and even experimental medical clinics exploring regenerative treatments. It's equal parts business hub, luxury resort, and real-world social experiment.
So far, more than 1,000 acres have been incorporated into Prospera. It's land Prospera legally incorporated, but get this, Prospera is allowed to incorporate land anywhere. It doesn't even have to share borders. So this is Prospera, and way over here, this is Prospera too, and down here on the mainland is also Prospera.
They make their own laws and regulations. Prospera created its own zoning code and levies its own taxes. Only the country's criminal laws still apply.
So essentially, we're making a free market system out of the one thing that humans have never been able to make a free market system out of, which is human governance itself.
To become a full-time resident of Prospera, you just fill out an online application and pay a $1,300 fee, though Honduran nationals get an 80% discount. In lieu of a court system, they have access to Prospera Arbitration Center to resolve any civil disputes, or they can opt for a different arbiter.
Just beyond Prospera's boundaries lies Crawfish Rock, a historic Garifuna village. For many residents, the project is complicated. Some celebrate new jobs, better wages, and community investments like new roads and a local center, while others worry about land rights, cultural erosion, and environmental damage. This tension between opportunity and displacement is at the very heart of the Prospera debate.
The economic potential is significant. Prospera aims to attract billions in new investment to Honduras, lower taxes, streamlined processes, and international standard protections, make it competitive with the world's leading innovation hubs. For Honduras, this means opportunities for new industries, expanded exports, and access to skills and technologies that can benefit the wider economy.
The legal fight over Prospera has been just as dramatic as the project itself. In 2022, Honduras repealed the ZD law, threatening Prospera's very existence. In response, Prospera launched a $10.7 billion arbitration claim accusing the government of breaking international treaties. Then came the bombshell. In September 2024, Honduras' Supreme Court ruled that ZDs were unconstitutional. That means no new private cities can be created, and Prospera itself is left in a legal gray zone. Now, Prospera's backers are doubling down with an $11 billion claim, saying the ruling violates investor prosecutions and could devastate jobs and innovation. Supporters warn the country risks driving away investment. Opponents call the ruling a victory for sovereignty and national law. Whichever way it goes, this isn't just a Honduran issue. It's a precedent that could shape private city projects around the world.
What makes Prospera especially interesting is that it's not just about building a city. It's about testing new models of governance, a framework that is transparent, accountable, and designed to evolve with the needs of its community. This has inspired other regions to consider similar approaches, from Africa to Latin America. Prospera may be the first, but it is not intended to be the last. Of course, any ambitious project faces challenges. Legal debates, political changes, and community questions have emerged. But Prospera's leadership has emphasized dialogue, partnership, and a long-term commitment to Honduras. The project continues to grow and to make the case that special development zones can be powerful engines for progress.
Sure, welcome. Jorge Colindres, pleasure. Hi, Stefan. Welcome. Nice to have you.
The main issue is a monopoly or lack of competition, because you only have an amount of governments in the world. What is it, like 190, something like that? They have their monopoly over their plots of land. There's no competition. So what Prospera does is that it introduces free market competition into the provision of governance services, because anybody can come into the governance services market and offer you a better alternative. If you're not happy with with the U.S. government or with the European governments or whichever governments, you can come to Prospera. And so the governments are going to have to start competing to retain their residents. If you want to have residents, you want to have taxpayers, then you have to treat them well, provide good quality services, protect their rights, their freedoms.
How does the investment and the wealth that's generated from mostly American and foreign investors, how does that trickle down to the people of Honduras?
Well, I'm not sure I would call it trickle down, but let's say this is capital that is put to work here. And this capital here creates jobs. This capital creates investment opportunities for Honduran entrepreneurs.
In closing, Prospera represents a daring vision that by rethinking governance and reducing barriers, a small island in Honduras can become a global beacon for innovation and prosperity. Whether you see it as a city of the future, or bold economic experiment, or a chance to create new opportunities, Prospera is one of the most fascinating projects in the world today. And I think we could all learn and keep an eye on it. Because who knows? Maybe today's old-fashioned governments and institutions, which clearly are out of touch and disconnected with the people, need a bit of a shakeup. If you like this video, give it a like, comment down below your own thoughts. What do you think? Hopefully we'll discuss more about this project, about Prospera, in the future. And subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, see you in the next video. This was NTV.